23, Monday, 79.21. Oo. Ngayon nasa 68. Ang laki ng binaba, ano ha? So, meron tayong pag-asa dyan. Ngayon, mamaya, pag-usapan naman natin kung ano na ang latest doon sa reply ad cautelam ni VP Sara. In the meantime, yung tanong natin kanina, dapat na bang pag-usapan seryoso ang pagbabawas ng excise tax sa mga presyo ng petrolyo dito sa atin dahil madami na talagang umaaray, masakit na, giliw. Tapos meron yung iba talagang sabi nga nila suntok sa buwan, kaskas ng credit card. Ayan. Sabi ni Caloy Torres, kung magbibigay ang gobyerno ng fuel subsidy, dapat wala ng fare increase para may konsiderasyon din sa commuter. I agree! Dino Virgilio Monzon III, sabi niya, good morning, Peter. The removal of the excise tax or VAT on gasoline petroleum products should be a godsend as it would have a domino effect, lessening expenses not only on gas products, but it would also lower prices of food and other basic necessities across the board. Okay, balikan natin yung iba pang mga nag-text, nag-message, nag-comment dito po sa ating kung kayo ang tatanungin question of the day. Makakausap natin ang butihing spokesperson po ng House Prosecution Panel. Yes, there is one. Kung hindi pa po ninyo alam. At let's welcome si Attorney Antonio Odi Bukoy via Zoom. Attorney, good morning. Si Peter Musngi po ito sa Balita Patan.
Good morning, Peter.
Attorney Odi, so we called because gusto naming malaman ang estado noong pong kaso ni VP Sara, no, after the reply has been received by the lower house. Itong tinatawag nga po nilang reply ad cautelam. Ano po ang estado ngayon? What is the next step, if you will, please?
Ang tama hong term ay answer ad cautelam.
Okay.
Now, ayon ho doon sa impeachment rules ng Senado, meron ho kaming 5 araw para tumugon or mag-file ng reply. So, ang deadline po noon ngayong darating na Sabado, pero I think we can file it before that, kahit ng mga Biyernes ho.
Would that mean...
Ngayon, after ma-file ho yung...
Go ahead, please.
Sige po, continue.
Okay, I was wondering... go ahead. Sorry po, sige na. Final, kayo po muna.
No, please, go ahead with your question.
Okay, I wanted to find out po, dahil June 30 is the deadliest deadline. Ano po? What do you expect to do? And the weekend notwithstanding, pwede po rin bang gumalaw ang Kongreso on Saturday and Sunday?
Hindi ho. Ganito, no? Kung ang tinutukoy po natin ay ang impeachment trial, pagka-exception ho yan, basta holidays, Sabado-Linggo, wala hong hearing, walang proceedings yan. Subalit, itong pagpapile namin, yung paglalahad namin ng reply namin, it will be well within the 5-day deadline. Like I said, ang deadline po ay Sabado, may pagpapile namin yan ng Saturday. So, ang inaasahan namin, pagkatapos ito, ay uusad na po tayo. Pwede na kaming magpa-set for pre-trial, pwede na tayong, ituloy yung proseso.
Yes, but the nagging question always is, paano yan? Papasok na po ang 20th Congress. Paano yung continuum?
It doesn't matter whether it's papasok ng 20th Congress. Dahil hindi ho balakid yan . Ang batas ay nagsasaad na hindi, at ang interpretasyon nito ng Supreme Court ay ang institution ay tuloy-tuloy . Hindi ho naman napuputol yan ang existence. Ang napuputol, yung legislative function ng Kongreso, meaning by both the lower and the upper chamber. So, hindi ho problema yan. Whether papasok na ang bagong Kongreso, ang 20th Congress, nagsara na ang 19th Congress, tuloy-tuloy po ang proseso.
Okay.
We don't have to start from square one. We will continue where we left off.
Okay. So, Attorney Odi, ang ibig sabihin po nun, ang 20th Congress has no choice but to adopt lock, stock, and barrel kung ano ang nangyari na at ipinasa ng 19th Congress.
Yes. With respect to the impeachment proceedings.
Correct.
Tuloy-tuloy na po.
Opo. So, does that mean, kung halimbawa po sa lower house ng 20th Congress, merong mag-file ng motion, halimbawa, for purposes of discussion lang po, motion to dismiss or withdraw or recall the impeachment of VP Sara which was actually passed and voted upon during the 19th Congress, can they, in theory, do that?
No, not even in theory, not in reality, not constitutionally, not legally. Dahil tapos na po yung mandato, yung constitutional duty ng Kongreso when they adopted the articles of impeachment and transmitted it to the Senate. Touch move po. Kumbaga sa salita, touch move na. Hindi pwedeng iurong yan.
Yes.
Dahil nakalahad na yan, once it transmit, the Senate acquires jurisdiction. It is now beyond the House to revoke it, to amend it, or anything.
What will change as a result of the entry of new legislators doon po sa 20th Congress? Specifically, magkakaroon po ba ng pagbabago sa mga na-assign na mga prosecutors dito po sa case ni VP Sara?
Meron maging pagbabago dahilan sa dalawa do sa original na 12 public prosecutor ay hindi ho pinalad na ma-re-elected. So, ang pagbabago ho, papasok yung dalawang kapalit, si former Senator De Lima at saka si Attorney Jokno. Yun lang ho ang maging pagbabago. Pangalawang hindi pala, may isa pang pagbabago. They will take over doon sa naiwan po na trabaho nung dalawang hindi pinalad.
Okay.
So they will fill into the shoes of the two.
Oo. For all intents and purposes po, Attorney Odi, yung po bang hinihiling ng Senate Trial Court, no, na i-certify, yung po ba nagawa na po ba yun, yung i-certify yung sinasabi nila na impeachment case laban kay VP Sara? Are we saying now na satisfied na po yun? Wala na dapat na hilingin ng Senado?
Okay, yun ang dalawa ko kasi yung requisitos na hiningi nila nung nireturn nila. On the last day of plenary nung 19th Congress, pinasaho nila yung House Resolution number 2306. Ito ho yung tumutugon or nagsasatisfy doon sa first requirement nung return order ng Senado. Ngayon ho, yung pangalawang requisitos, yung pangalawang requirement na sinasabi an affirmation from the 20th Congress that they will pursue the prosecution of the articles of impeachment, madali ito ipasa yan. We will comply with that also. In fact, yun ang unang requisitos, I think as we speak, na-file na yan
So, ibig sabihin, wala na pong dapat na hilingin pa o hintayin pa ang Senado from the lower house, and therefore they can move forthwith with the trial. Tama po ba?
Correct. Ngayon ho natin makikita yung forthwith na yan.
Okay. So, give us please po a picture of what can happen. O sige. So, nagkaroon ng answer ad cautelam, sasagot po ang lower house. Kanino bibigay yung sagot? Sa Senado?
Ipapalo yan sa impeachment court, furnishing a copy thereof to the lawyers of VP Sara. And then logically and procedurally, ang susunod po niyan, we will file a motion to set the case for pre-trial. During the pre-trial, pre-trial, dyan ho yung marking of evidence, yan ho yung ilalahad sino yung mga testigo, sa magkabilang panig. Dapat pareho yan. Matapos po yan, magpapaset na tayo, hingi na tayo ng trial dates sa impeachment court.
Oo. Pero yung pong yung matagal nang hinihintay na reading of the charges, has that happened or is that supposed to happen pa lang?
Okay, ganito po yan, Noong previous impeachment ni former Chief Justice Corona, nagkaroon ho ng resolution ang Senate Impeachment Court na resolution number 39. Yan ho yung adopting the rules of impeachment.
Yeah.
Doon sa rules na yon, wala ho doon yung reading of the articles or exhibiting of the articles. Subsequent to that, nag-file po ng resolution itong si Senator Coco Pimentel. Resolution number 1013, I think. Na doon nilagay niya na dapat magkaroon ng reading or exhibiting of the articles of impeachment by the prosecution panel. Hindi po naipasa yan. Hindi ipinasa yan. So wala hong ganon na provision sa existing na impeachment rules ng Senado. Ang sinusunod ko ngayon, yung rules of impeachment, resolution number 39.
Yeah.
Na walang nilalahad doon, hindi kabilang doon yung pagbabasa ng articles of impeachment.
Yeah.
So it is not a requirement. It is not a requirement. Existing impeachment rules.
Okay.
Pero kung maalala nyo,
Opo.
at maalala ninyo, isinato ni Senate President Chis Escudero, originally, June 2, and then nilipat niya ng June 11, yung reading of the articles.
Correct.
Pero, sinabi niya, dahil nag-issue na ng summons, moot and academic na. Kaya hindi na kinakailangan magbasa. Hindi na kailangan i-exhibit
Okay.
yung
okay.
articles.
Alright. One last po, Attorney Odi, no? Itong answer ad cautelam. Is there anything, to the extent that you can share with us, meron po bang nilalaman yung answer ad cautelam ni from the team of VP Sara na maaaring makadelay doon po sa napipintong trial?
Meron po kaming na-anticipate sapagkat ang mga nire-reso, nothing substantial, not on the substance of the complaint, nothing factual, contravening o kinokontra yung mga aligasyon ng 7 artikulo. Lahat ho ng ang karamihan na inilahad nila, na depensa nila ay rules, technical procedures. So, if I may just leave it at that, antayin po natin yung reply, I don't want to preempt it.
Okay.
Anyway, in a couple of days, maipafile na rin yung reply, it will be a public record.
Yes po. Ngunit, according to records, and I will be the one stating it or reading it at least, reportedly, nakalagay dito, and I quote, no statements, sabi ni VP Sara, no statements of ultimate facts in the impeachment complaint, calling it nothing more than a scrap of paper and a clear abuse of the impeachment process. So, in other words, parang hindi niya kinikilala yung number one, the charges, number two, the impeachment trial in and of itself.
Ang tawag po dyan wagging the dog. Pinapalabas niya, mas mahalaga yung procedure kesa sa pagsaliksik ng katotohanan. So, sa reply po namin, sasagutin namin lahat yan.
Ayun.
Liliwanagin namin lahat yan. Classic wagging the dog.